You know, I've mentioned you're a billionaire.
Yeah, you can say that again. I like it.
Yeah.
He's buying lunch. He already knows.
But you seem to be an actual real billionaire. I don't know. Do you think Trump is a real billionaire?
Yeah, I have the billion. He has the air.
I've always questioned how much money he really has. We haven't seen his taxes.
Yeah,
I mean,
why doesn't he show his taxes?
Because there's nothing to show. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't show his taxes. I mean,
guess.
Look, you know, he's probably, it'll be close, right? Look, the guy's made money, but that doesn't qualify.
This is what we want to know. Is he hiding the fact that he doesn't have the money, really? Or is he hiding the fact that he did business with the Russians?
I think both.
I think one seems more wrong to him, which is he'd be more embarrassed by his ego, I think, than what he doesn't see as wrong anyway.
No question. Yeah,
or the lack of charity as well, because he said he's been very
conservative. He doesn't care about that.
By the way, how do I lower my chair? I'm so distracted by... Oh, here it is. Thank you. I've been trying to lower it for like 3 minutes.
Okay, so Mark, your name has actually been tossed around as a potential presidential candidate. I mean, let's make some news here. Are you into it?
Definitely. No. We'll see what happens.
Right.
Well, wait, I do have a message from Mr. President about that. There was a time where he tweeted you. I remember reading this when it happened, and it made me laugh so hard. So typical. I know Mark Cuban well. He backed me big time, but I wasn't interested in taking all of his calls. He's not smart enough to run for president.
You know, there's nothing more surreal. No, wait, there's nothing more surreal. You know, I wake up in the morning, kiss the wife, laying there in bed, pick up my phone, and I see an alert. Oh, the president tweeted about me. I mean, it's like, and then the hard part wasn't what he said, because he's an idiot. I don't care what he says, right? But the hard part, I got thick skin, he doesn't. But the hard part was, how do I respond, right? So literally,
so many things.
Yeah, so literally for the next hour, and I ended up with just, you know what, LOL.
LOL. Get it. Speak the language. So you're not going to be announcing your bid for 2020 here on The View?
Not today.
Maybe later in the show.
I mean, basically, you can have even more competition, because Joe Biden sounds like he's leaving the door open to run, too. He also admitted, another thing about Joe Biden, who's 74.
He would be 78 in
2020. In 2020?
Yes, in 2020.
And so let's talk about that for a second.
Maybe he's
what do you think about that? Well, you know, I have some age things here. I mean, Ruth Bader, what's her name?
Ginsburg
is 84.
But she just sits.
Yeah,
well, so does Donald. When does he move? John McCain is 80. He still is pretty vibrant.
McCain's 80?
He's 80.
Incredible.
Well,
you know, Bernie Sanders is 75
Joe Biden would be great.
Yeah.
You know, he goes down the middle. He can deal with Republicans. He can deal with Democrats. That's his greatest strength.
Yeah.
But age matters, right? And there's a lot of expectations. And so whether or not he's got it in him to really fight through the next those 4 years, because who knows where he's going to be in 4 years from now.
And I think there's a lot of buyer's remorse, too, for so many people. And now hindsight's always 20/20, because he probably knows, had he gone up against Donald Trump, and he's hearing that every day, he could have won, because he does have a way of just really, he's got this magnetic personality. You're drawn to him, whether or not you agree with his policy.
But he also has experience, right? I mean, what happened to experience? I mean, when I heard that The Rock is like thinking about running for president.
Wait, is The Rock Johnson?
Wait. Do not knock The Rock. Yes, he's...
Don't knock The Rock.
Don't knock The Rock. I mean, he is seriously considering this in 2020. He says he has a skill set that people are looking for. He's able to really...
He's going to be in
He's able to galvanize people, or he'll kill you if you don't vote for him. He'll get you in the ring, and he'll kill you.
First of all, I commend anyone that speaks that they want to be the president, because we speak here all the time, about it's our job to participate, whether it's on the graphic or not. So if someone wants to risk this and go out, considering what we have now,
not an easy decision
bravo. I'd rather have people
city council.
Not...
I mean, talking about experience, like you own the Dallas Mavericks, right? I mean, I'm a lawyer. I like basketball.
Yes, we know that.
Right?
She's a lawyer. Remember Star Jones? Star Jones, I'm a lawyer. Remember that?
She's a former prosecutor. In terms of my qualifications, I'm a lawyer. I like basketball. Can I run the Mavericks for you?
But it's not the same thing, right? No one's ever totally qualified to be the president.
No.
So what it takes are leadership skills, so that you know what you don't know.
But isn't it a more important job than running the Dallas Mavericks?
No, it's totally different, right? Because look, you're never going to know everything to be the president. So you have to be smart enough to say, here's where my strengths are. Here's what I don't know. Let me go out and find the best people to do that. Right? And then and then listen to those people.
Yeah.
Look, you can make an argument that Donald Trump has hired some good people around him. Maybe some you don't look, but he's put some good people around.
Okay.
But he never listens, right? And if you're not willing to listen, if you're not willing to learn, because the entire job, the only certainty of the job of president is the uncertainty. You don't know what's
So
next.
would you hire someone with no experience in basketball to run your organization?
Everybody's always a rookie when they first step on the court for the first time. When you walked out and you prosecuted a case, you know, or in a trial, you have to do it for the first time. And
right.
The question is, what are your skills when you walk in, and how willing are you to learn? And that's what's missing
But you
right
haven't
now.
answered the question.
Right.
Would you hire someone like me to run your organization?
I bought the team with no experience, and yes, I would hire you if you were smart, if you had leadership skills, and you were willing to do the work.
Too bad you're not going to get hired.
What do you want to say?
What do you want to say? I'm not qualified.
No, she can do anything. Sonny can do everything.
I'll do ticket sales.
So
How about that?
So the problem with what you're saying, that he has some kind of ADD or something, right?
Or something.
He can't pay attention.
He's oblivious to life. You cannot be. He has no self-awareness. He has no contextual awareness. He is oblivious to everything. He's not very smart. But other than that, president.
Do you ever watch him when he's got some kind of a foreign dignitary there, like Abbas from the Middle East, and yesterday he had the guy from Colombia there, and they're speaking, and you know he's thinking to himself, you know, I got to go home and watch my stories. I wish they would hurry up here. You know, he's like got something else he wants to do.
When you look at a transcription, that's the part that actually concerns me, all joking aside. You read what he says, and you cannot piece together his thought, what he's trying to say. He jumps around to different topics, and you look at it, and it actually, I've mentioned this before, has me concerned as there are illnesses, there are things that happen, and there's a point where he thinks he's making sense, but he can't understand.
Well, let me show you something, because today Trump heads out to the Middle East. God forbid.
Saudi Arabia.
What's going to happen there? And hopefully he's getting a crash course in how to pronounce world leaders' names, because it's long overdue. Watch this.
Recep Tayyip Erdogan.
President Erdogan. President Erdogan. President Erdogan.
Elie Wiesel.
Elie Wiesel.
Angela Merkel.
Angela Merkel.
Beyonce.
The Jay-Z said, or the Beyonce said.
Nazi.
The Nazis.
Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Mahmoud Ahmadinejad 3 times fast.
I know, it's hard.
Yeah, well, why would you, right? But that's not the point. He has at his disposal every resource of this country. All you got to do is ask. How do you spell?
Well, maybe
How do you get
the entire
Beyonce
country
wrong?
is
How do you get Beyonce wrong?
Maybe some of those world leaders in Tanzania, maybe those aren't things that are on kind of in his ether. But Beyonce?
The Queen Bee?
Yeah.
Come on.
What about Angela Merkel? Come on, everybody knows it's not Angela.
But I'm saying if you never venture out of the and you don't read news, you don't do anything. Beyonce's in your face all the time.
All the
Beyonce?
time. It's lemonade.
All right, we got